some people jump in here. All right, so let's see what we got going on today. So they want us to discuss. You can talk out loud if you want to here. Um, whether you would prefer milk and cookies or hot chocolate and s'mores. That's kind of weird to me because I would say I'd rather have s'mores, but not with hot chocolate. It's kind of weird combination there. What do you guys think? Any opinions?
I
No
think
opinion.
I yeah, so I think well actually I don't know because I just uh, well besides the hot chocolate I would pick milk and cookies.
Yeah, the milk and cookies.
But I will put like optional I will put some s'mores
Mm,
in the milk.
yeah. Yeah, Brilla, I agree with you. Hot chocolate and s'mores together is a weird combination. I don't know why they put those two together. It's like if we just said, do you prefer hot chocolate or milk and cookies? I would say hot chocolate. But I don't know. It's kind of doesn't seem to fit real well there to me. But I'm glad it's not just me. Um, all right. So before we get going, has anybody got any questions about the end of the 9 weeks? All right. So we're at the end of the second quarter, right? So that means we got just this week for Q2, and then quarter three starts next week. So we do have work next week. It's just going into the third quarter. Okay. So anybody got questions on that? So we need to get all of our second quarter stuff finished up this week. So if you're behind on something, right, make sure you check in all your grades and stuff. All right. So today we're working on more stuff on stress, kind of coping mechanisms, things to deal with, how to deal with stress. So stress toolkit part 2 is what we're on. All right. So just the resources, ideas, and things you got to help you out. So when you are in a really stressful time, it's hard to, keep track of your emotions, and you can feel like you lose control and stuff. So having strategies you're going to use can help to alleviate, meaning to make better that stress, right? Um, so one, and we've already gone over these obviously, but identify the things that stress you out that is called stressors, then develop stress management strategies that work for you, and then implement, meaning put into place. Sorry, I'm yawning. And adjust as needed. Okay, so if you see something doesn't work, then try something else. Right. So it says make a stress toolkit. So be prepared for stress by creating strategies that work for you. And then if you realize that that strategy doesn't work, try something else till you find what does. So different tools may work in different situations, right? So if I'm needing a saw, I can't use a hammer, right? Like that kind of thing. So this link right here, and I posted the slides already, right, is gonna, think through some things that you can control and affirm, yes, I can handle this, right? Um, that's the self-talk part. Then imagery, write a specific person, thing, memory, place that helps you feel calm, relaxed, secure, be detailed. And then just kind of thinking through that to help you kind of calm yourself down or whatever. Um, Kind of reminds me of how I like Harry Potter, how Harry Potter had to think of happy memories to make his Patronus come up against the Dementors. So if you don't know Harry Potter, that won't make sense. But if you do, then you probably get what I'm saying there. It's kind of what he was doing. And then this one is some physical activity. Sometimes, like, just going for a walk or going and sitting outside or something like that, right? Riding a bike, right? Oh, let's see, ways or people or pets that you can share your stress with. Some people like to carry little stress balls. Sometimes playing, if you got a dog, play with your dog, right? I guess Emma would play with her cat. I don't know, how you get less stressed by playing with a cat, but I guess it's possible. Um, you know, some people that you can talk to that will make you feel less stressed. Another way you can share your stress. So, like, what are some other things that, and by share, it means to kind of unload it off of you. And then relaxing your breathing, uh, which is a part of like a meditation reflection type strategy that a lot of people have talked about. And then artistic expression. I'm not very artistic. So for me, this one is like I listen to um, like classical music, like the type with no words in it, basically instrumentals. And so if I listen to instrumentals that I don't know the words to the song or there's not words to the song, that can be uh, very de-stressing, very relaxing. Okay. I guess talking about this is making me very de-stressed. I want to go back to sleep. Um, okay, so this was kind of what we were just talking about here. Um, this one right here, I think is pretty interesting too. The help someone or volunteer. Um, so for a year, me and my kids went to the local kind of food bank distribution place, and we would work on Thursday afternoons there. And it was kind of relaxing for me for my stress just to go and well, I yawned so bad today, Chloe. Goodness gracious. Apparently, I need a toolkit for dealing with my yawning. Yeah. So, of course he does. He's insane, though. So anyway, um, just getting out there and like going around and I was like organizing stuff, putting stuff where it went, right, helping restock the shelves for where they were, pulling stuff out and putting it in the carts and stuff like that. That really was relaxing to me and really helped me out a lot with my stress. Um, the inhaling slowly through your nose and then relaxing your shoulders and feeling your abdomen expand, like breathing in and deeply and all that, and exhaling slowly. That is pretty useful. Just like calming your mind down, really. Um, listening to music, playing instrument, which I can't do. Um, drawing a picture, color, paint, doodle, writing letters, poems, stories, watching something funny. Sometimes for me, I'm getting real stressed on something. If I watch something funny, that can kind of, help kind of relax the feeling a little bit. Writing down your thoughts and feelings, working on some sort of crafting or something like that, can be useful for that too. Um, so those are all ones that I think can be very useful with that. All right. So of these, if you either willing to say it or type it in the chat, what are some of these like from one of these pages that you have tried and found useful for you? I've kind of given you some of mine. What are some of yours? You can unmute and share yours, or you can type it in. I don't care. Okay. Yeah. So Briella spends time with a pet. That's pretty useful. We have we got a little dog that looks like kind of like this. Um, some of our friends had to get rid of him, but he looks basically like this. So he's super cute and fun to spend time with. These are super friendly little dogs. Um, so we have a cockapoo named Charlie. So that's a good one for us. What else? So I got Briella's. No one else has any successful stress relief mechanisms. Nobody.
I I sometimes just let it all out, like just scream it all out, but I scream it in a pillow.
Gotcha. Like let that energy out, just like act into like a pillow or something. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else? What about this page right here? Has anybody got any on this page? Seriously, I would recommend to you that so listening to music with words. Okay, really, what do you play? Um, Listening to music with words does not help usually, all right, for most people. But listening to music without words can be very helpful. Oh, cool. Play the flute. Okay. My kids play piano because my mom can teach them piano, so that's free piano lessons. Pretty sweet. A couple of them tried violin for a couple of years, but one for Chloe. Okay, yeah. But the deal with that was that the violin lessons were at the school that we didn't want to go to anymore. So that was kind of the deal with that. That was one of the few negatives of not going there anymore was that we don't have a violin class here at the Carter's homeschool. So there you go. Sorry, Chloe. I don't know how to teach you violin. Yeah. All right. Nobody else. It's also why, like, my kids run, Chloe and Jasmine in sixth and eighth grade, they run track. And so we got a track practice in the afternoons. So that's real good for that too. Um,
I sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
So I honestly draw a lot and I make great pictures. Like I can do the shadows and reflections.
Right.
But so a lot of the times I do the well, what I'm feeling.
Gotcha. So you'll
So that
doodle out,
helps a
draw
lot
what
for
you think.
me.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, anybody else? Um, so I think the big picture is that some of these are ones that you can do on your own, but then also having people you can go to is really, really important, right? That you don't got to handle it on your own, right? I know that at least a couple of my kids, that's a big thing I have to tell them is you don't have to be able to do it all by yourself. You're not proving anything by, feeling like you don't need to ask anybody for help, either with what you got to do or what you're feeling stressed about or whatever. Like inviting somebody else in that process is helpful. Okay, let's see what else we got here. It's a bit of a shorter lesson here. So it says add the thoughts ideas to your own stress toolkit. I think the biggest thing is just recognizing like what do you need to do, what has been useful for you in the past, and then what can you do in the future to avoid yourself from just really digging yourself a pit and feeling down and out and like I can't do it or anything like that. Basically, is what it's getting at. Okay, anything else here? So maybe before we go, you could type in one thing that you think maybe you should start trying to do that you haven't been doing to help deal with your stress. You can type in maybe let's discuss one thing that you think you maybe could do that you've not been doing. Okay. Real says drawing, writing. I think for me, I would kind of agree with the writing one. And I've not been doing as good of a job as I have in the past of like journaling my thoughts and reflections and such. Maybe I could do a little better with that. Would be a good idea for me. What else? Anybody else? Okay. Anybody got questions about anything else before we go? All right, so we got you'll have social studies here in about 14 minutes. So get ready for your day. Make sure you got your materials, everything you're gonna need today. And then we'll have math at 10. All right. So I'll see y'all later.